everyone, and welcome back to A Drill and a Dream. As you can see, today I'm standing in the basement of my fixer-upper home, my very favorite place to be, she said sarcastically, because today we are working on the electric down in the basement, getting things hooked into the panel and another panel, and getting everything, well, I don't know how much we'll get done today, but getting everything set up so that it's not a total disaster zone. I'll show you what I mean. So this is what we're working with right now. It basically looks like a spider web of electricalness, and it's a nightmare. But today, exciting, Arthur is here, and we are working on cleaning this mess up and making it beautiful as this basement can be.
So, Miss Abby, this panel here, FYI, it is hot, and we're going to work with it hot, but I'm going to make sure that everything is done safely where no one gets shocked or hurt or killed or any of the above. So, let's go over with what not to touch. Okay. This right here is the neutral bar, and see, I'm putting my hand up just to show you. This is safe to touch. That wire is safe to touch. That bare wire. This is the ground bar. It is actually safe to touch here. But this bar right, these two bars right here.
Yeah.
This is called the it's the bus of the panel here. And if you touch those, it's going to be a lot different reaction. It will hurt you. It will shock you. It won't kill you, but it will make you jump. So that's what we don't want to touch, and we got to be careful that we don't want anything to fall and hit on it, because then it'll spark. It'll scare you more than it'll hurt you. So
just that whole middle bar thing.
Yep. You see right here where it's kind of grayish looking?
Yeah.
Everything that's on top of this, see this white plastic right here?
Yeah.
That is an insulator keeping this from touching the actual metal of the box. That's the insulating portion of it there.
Okay.
So if you touch that, it will shock you. So we're not going to touch any of that. But what we are going to do is we're fixing to pull this panel off, and we're fixing to mount it up to this beam right here, there, where it is out of our way, because we're finna create a new backboard for all the equipment to be mounted on here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to actually cut the main off where it's a little safer right here. So we're going to flip that off, then we're going to remove these 4, 3, 5 screws right here in the panel, and then the panel is just going to be dropping, and then we're just going to put it over there and put it up. Okay, so I'm going to let you do that, and I'm going to actually get some nice shots here for you where you can see. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is you're going to flip the main right off. Yep, okay, that killed all the power. Now what we have to remember is, now this bus is, now I haven't checked it with a meter, so I'm not going to touch it. The bus is no longer hot because this is the main for the panel. So the power going to the two bus bars are actually off. But the red and black wire are still hot. You know, you're not
in from the line outside.
That is correct, and that's just the ground wire for the phone there. So that's what we're going to do. So let me actually take one screw out first, because it's right against that wire. And no, actually I know what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to let you remove the bottom 2 first, then the top 2.
And this one too?
Yes, absolutely. The top center screw is going to hold the panel where it can't fall off.
Okay.
So you can take all 5 of those lower screws off there, and you may need an extension or turn the impact upside down like that. Yep, there you go.
Don't touch that.
Yep. Well, you're okay if you touch it now.
Okay.
But it's just always a good practice, always
not to touch it.
Touch it, because the one time you touch it when it's hot.
But this part is okay, the edge part?
Yep, absolutely. Yep, the metal, any of the metal framing, any of this will not shock you, or any of this will not shock you.
Okay. And this one?
That's correct.
And this one.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do, and this is where I'm going to need Jay.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do, let's back this up because we're going to need all three of us here briefly. So when we push up on it, the panel's just going to fall,
Right.
and then we're going to basically screw it right up here. Are you going to be able to reach that, Abby, with something?
It's something maybe.
Either you want to go grab the ladder because we're going to need that ladder very shortly. Just let it hang there for a minute, Jay. There. All right, Jay, you ready?
Yep.
Just going to go come up on it. Yeah, there it is, right there. All right, let me have it just for a minute, Jay, just because this is hot.
Yep.
The wire's hot. All right, what's got us? My ground wires has got us. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We might not even screw it to the ceiling for right now. We'll get when it lets go of me. All right, so this
It was hanging for like months when we did this wall.
Yeah, so tell you what, backtrack. All right, we're going to leave that there, but since you're there, Abby, now you need a T25 bit, which I have in my pocket, and I'll give you. And we're taking those two boards off. You can see the screws there. All right, we're taking those. Jay, you're going to put one board. We're done with those boards. Just throw them behind you in the corner there, and you can grab one of those boards right there and put it right up in the corner against that. Abby needs screws.
Can I use these screws?
Yep. Perfect. Just get one in it where it still wiggles a little bit. You know, tighten it up. We'll be able to move it like we want it. All right, Miss Abby, I'm gonna let you come off that for a minute and turn it toward the wall, or you don't do the wobble wobble.
Probably always get a wobble wobble down here.
This one over here and this other one.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, you can go ahead and get 2 screws in that one. Just don't put 2 screws in the outside of one. All right, now we're going to go over, where's that tape measure, Jay? Right there. The last board, we'll just do 3. We got to go over somewhere not beyond 60 inches.
This is the last screw I had.
Oh, is it?
And I dropped it.
The little plastic container right there.
I'm not right for her.
Yep, Roger. Okay, yep, now you'll see why I'm actually doing that. Jay, have we got enough room to slide the plywood behind the panel?
Not really.
Okay, all right, so what we'll do, let's just slide that tank out just enough to get the,
It's got a half tank of fuel.
It's half full.
oh my. Let's see, all right, so what we're gonna do, those boards push back, barely.
Might be able to get it in there.
We'll get it. We're going to make it go. All right, we're going to persuade it. We'll just lean it. We'll make it go. Let's get everything. Yep. Look at that. Peaches and cream. There we go. All right. All right, Miss Abby. So this is. Oh, wait a minute. We need. No, that screw's out of the way. So. All All right, let's get Abby ready. Look at that, peaches. All right, so she's ready. Are we still under our board up over there?
Yeah.
Okay, do we need to go that way a little bit?
I mean, it's like halfway.
Yeah, okay, so get one screw and the board in the middle, yep. That way it can hang. Okay, now let's get it somewhat straight. That's perfect.
Good.
All right.
Well, the whole house is so straight, so since
Well, this is the reason I didn't fasten these boards right here. So you can go ahead and get one in it, Abby. Let's see, get one right here, and then we won't have to hold it. Yep. All right, so now you can do 4 screws on each 3 boards, and then you can put the 2 long ones back in these, and then we're all set there. No.
Brother.
Now, if something like that really happens, then you won't believe me.
I know, that's exactly what I was going to say.
That's what Krista does. Oh, I bet we can. Yeah, the seal's gonna do this. Well, we'll get it. We'll make it work. All right, so I'm gonna grab a 2x4 or something. And, all right, so what we'll do. All right, I have an idea. I always have an idea, I think.
Okay guys, this is something important. The fuel tank is going to need to be moved. Apparently it needs to be at least 3 feet from the electrical, which we did not know, which is unfortunate because we put it there from the porch, but we're gonna have to move it again somewhere else in the basement.
So this is what I normally do to keep Jay, we're just gonna go straight up with it. Now that'll get us out of our way and we can do what we need to do. All right, so she should sit there. All right, now we're going to...
Looks like something caught in a spider web. Like a spider, I guess.
I'm afraid of spiders, deathly afraid.
I don't feel like you're in the right job then. So I feel like a lot of basements have.
When you hear me scream, you're gonna know I saw a spider. All right, so we're going to, let's use the lighter block instead of the heavy one. You're not gonna know your basement when we're done.
Huh. I'll want to spend all my time here, I'm sure.
Ah, yes. You don't. Yeah, so Jay, all right, so Jay, I'm giving you the wall.
Okay.
And Abby, what I need you to do is you're gonna stand in the middle of the tank and just keep it where the tank can't fall over. If anything goes wrong, push it toward the wall, okay? Because it's too much, and if I see anything go wrong, I'm gonna help you. But we're always gonna push toward the wall if anything goes wrong.
Okay.
All we're trying to do is just move the end of this tank out, and we'll get it where we want it later when there's enough manpower here to do it. Right now, we're just moving it where we can do what we need to do here. Okay. So, all right, so I'm gonna pick up this end of the tank, and then Jay's gonna kind of just work it this way. And I guess, Abby, what we want to do is we want to make sure that these feet of the tank go on the board. We don't want them sticking in the mud there, because if we get it on the board, we can kind of work with it a little more, and you got to watch both feet. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
So the tank's just going to pivot a little bit,
Right.
and you just keep this foot on that board and that foot on that board, you know, just
Okay.
move them by whatever, and here's another one if you need it. Here, let me just pry up on it a little bit and just kind of see what it looks like. All right, Jay, you ready? We're just going to inch it over. All right, my board's too long. Hold on, let me get another grip. All right, you ready? There it's moving. All right, ready?
Wait. This is. Oh.
Yep.
That's your thing.
There you go. That's perfect. Okay, you ready? We're just going to keep inching it like we're doing.
Okay.
You ready? Yep, keep on going. All right, let me move my blocks there. See, that worked pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Go off on this one.
Yep, I'll hold it up there. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Push on it, make sure she can't fall over. All right, we'll work with that right there.
Something underneath this, just so it's not quite so.
A little more security. All right, now we need a.
Yeah, this thing's pretty secure.
Let's get started. So, all right, let's get a plan. All right, so let's get you some heat. So, that's hot. She's hot. All right, so
the tank is going to be moved better. This is just temporary so we can get to the wall behind it.
well, I see it time and time again. You know, they crowd stuff around the electric panel that can't actually be. It's not supposed to be there legally and for
Right.
safety purposes. And then the inspector walks in and says, "You got to move that." You know, after all that work's been done, so we've got to take some. So let me.
Yeah, the guys are going to be really excited.
So
After I already had them move it here.
yeah, they're gonna like me. All right, so let's get this puppy mounted, and then we can start making things like we want it. What I'm doing is I'm trying to see how I'm going to mount. There's two panels that's going to be tied into this, and I'm just trying to make things work like I need them to. See, we've got to have a pipe coming from this to this, and you'll see here everything will kind of come together here in just a minute. So, can you drill a hole? Let's see. Yep, the best you can.
In the middle of it?
Here. Let's do this because it's hard to do it up there. Jay, can everybody see that right there? Yep. Everybody will be able to see what we're doing here. Now you're going to swap bits and drill that out. And I'm going upstairs to grab my knockout there. I'll let you.
Do I have to do it again?
Yep, same thing. Yep, that's way now. Let me grab my knockout here. You're gonna like this, Jewel. All right. So this is a knockout tool, and you're gonna see exactly what it is. So you're gonna take this out. That screws out just like a bolt. So let's get everybody can see what we're actually doing here. So instead of using a hole saw, we're going to use out a knockout, which is used in the electrical realm. So that slides right over the bolt. Okay, first, you see this little button right here?
Yeah.
Look at this right here. So right now, this is a hydraulic cylinder. So when you pull down on that little black button with your thumb, watch what this does. Yeah, just hold it. Okay. Now let off. Now squeeze the trigger with your trigger finger right there. Yep. Yeah, squeeze it, hold it, just hold it. See what it's doing? Just hold it. And when it makes a weird noise, stop. What that's doing is it's pulling this Okay, let go. Okay, it's making a nice smooth hole, okay? Yep. Did you do that or did it do it on its own? Probably did it on its own. Okay. So this has to go on in the correct way, which is like this. And then you're gonna stick that right in that hole right there. And then I'm gonna put this on the inside, just like a nut, and screw it right up tight. You see that, Jay?
Yep.
Okay, now squeeze the trigger. Hold it, and you'll hear it pop. Yep, 2 pops. Yep, good. Okay, now, isn't that nice? See how it made a nice hole? Now, that hole is not the right size, so now we got to take all this back off because I don't have 2 of these. But this is really a quick and efficient way to make a nice, smooth, round hole. So we're going to screw this back out. That direction, yep. And see the hole that we knocked out right here? That's the piece that's left over. So, did you want those?
No.
Okay.
Make some nice earrings out of them.
Really nice. Up. Yep. Okay, all right. Now.
Beautiful.
See, nice smooth hole, and now you can see what. Now you can set that gun down where it's in a safe spot, and grab that little connector that you just touched right there, and slide that through. And actually, this one's going to be a little tricky. So what we have to do is this right here, and then you have to go ahead and get your bushing started, which is the plastic piece. Yep. So go ahead and get it started. Yep. Yep. And turn this. Yep. And now kind of hold all 2 and turn, just because of the tight quarters there. You'll be able to see all this once we get it mounted on the wall. All right, so I'm gonna let you get over here. And I want to get, yep, anywhere in there is good. You got enough room?
Maybe.
You're probably going to need an extension, aren't you? Even if you can't run the screw in, just get it. Hold it. Yeah, we got the wrong size bit is what it is. Let's see.
Oh.
The
Yeah, that's because I took out, was putting in the longer one.
Yeah. Saw Jay with a level right there.
That's not it.
Tell me when, Abby. Still look good like you want it?
Yeah.
All right.
So, does it look good? Fish? I'm not too picky.
Yeah, looks good.
All you need is this and this, and I'm going to show you how to do this. These are knockouts, so everybody see what they're actually looking at here. But you know, we start with a 1-inch hole,
Okay.
and then it goes to 1 1/4 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inch, and then probably 2.5 or whatever. But we only want to go to the 3rd set, so this is a little tricky here. So I want you to tap the end of that screwdriver. Actually, you see these little divots right here?
Yeah.
That's where that's where they're attached. These other little places in the ring here, they're not attached. You'll see it. Okay. So
Okay.
I want you to tap the end of that screwdriver pretty hard.
With this?
Yep. Okay, hold it. Okay, slide your hand back on. It's hard to do these. Okay, yep. And you got to hit it pretty hard. You're not going to hurt it.
It just might hurt me.
Let me see it there. I got the wrong pliers is what I have, so. Yeah, so actually that's what we want to do. Now take this and pry it that way, and we're going to pry, yep, keep on going, yep. And wiggle that right out. Look at that. See, there's you another earring.
Oh, there.
All right. So now stick the screwdriver in that one, see where it's broke loose? Yeah, and pry it out. And that's the last one, yep. Yep, okay. Now stick the screwdriver right there and hit it down. Hit the end of your screwdriver. Yep. Yep. Look at that. Look at you. Alright, another earring. Alright, so now we need another one of those male adapters. It's probably in the bottom of that bucket if I had to guess. Just put one on at a time now. You have the room. Look at you go. Alright, so Jay, I'm going to go cut a piece of pipe to go in that, okay? While Miss Abby's doing that. Now that may be a little loose, but we'll get to that here in a minute. Piece of pipe coming up. The saw's already set up, so the purpose of drawing these lines on the end of this pipe is to make sure that they go in the connectors.
So this is connecting the two breaker boxes together?
That is too. Correct. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this. You're going to slide this in that connector up there. Let's see.
So we're keeping the old breaker box that we had. We're adding a new breaker box so there's enough. And then we're connecting them all to the transfer switch for the generator.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. You're going to be able to see everything here as we get a little further along here. And that is too long. So let me shorten it quickly and get that hanging up there. Coming to you.
Great.
All right, now get your pipe straight. Start with your pipe, then we'll get the panel.
That's fine.
Okay, now level your panel.
The bottom needs to go this way. That's good. Yeah, that looks good.
All righty. Still look good?
Yeah. So there are, oh my goodness, a ton of holes. How many should I do?
1, 2. Yep. That way it can't move. Good. All right, so this is going to be your area where you're working. So now we have the manual transfer switch up there. Now we have our 100 amp panel, and right here we're going to put the existing panel right here.
Okay.
We're just not ready for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this ready for it and get the wiring ready for it, or we can transfer it over.
Okay.
And then we'll start cleaning up all the spider web here. So first, it's very crucial that we do the actual grounding. So here, I'm going to give you this right here, and this right here is called your main disconnect. That means this is where you shut your power off to your house. Now, yes, that you could hook a generator or a battery bank into this. That's what it's for. But once you leave that, well, let me back up. In your main disconnect, you have your two hot wires that come in, which are your black and red, which you'll see a little bit later.
Okay.
And then you have the third wire right here, which is your neutral. Right there, so that's 3 wires, and then you're going to have your 4th wire, which is your grounding grid, which are these. There, we're finna get ready to start putting all that in. So once we leave this, then everything has to be 4 wire, even though there's only 3 wire coming in from the meter. Okay. I'll explain that a little more as we get further along. So this is what we have to address first. So right here in your panel, the ground bar, which it doesn't matter which one you make the ground bar. One's a ground bar, one's a neutral bar. See how they're tied together by this little link right here? So when we come up, once we leave the main disconnect, we actually have to separate them. They come out of the box tied together, just like if we were to use this as a main disconnect, which it's not. Your original panel was the main disconnect. We're changing all of that. So this is what we have to do before we get started. We have to change it up to meet code there for the electrical inspection. So first thing we got to do is remove this. You're going to remove these two screws right here. Now push out on this little black tab, and this one right here, yep, and that'll pull right out, yep. And put your two screws back in case we need those. So now we have separated the neutral bar, actually, let's see, the neutral bar and the ground bar. Now at this point in the game, we can decide which one is which, and I will show you how we're going to do that here. Very important, in all new panels it comes with this own little green grounding screw. Very important that this is what the inspector's actually looking for. So right now these bars are sitting on top of this black plastic, which is an insulator, which doesn't allow it to touch the actual metal, the hull of the box there. Right. So what this screw does is it ties it to it. It is for your safety, and it ties it to the actual ground wires, which you'll see a little bit later. So you see the little hole right here? Mm-hmm. So what this little hole does, if you look right there, it says grounding bond. Can you read that right there?
Bond screw.
Bond screw. This is your actually bonding screw. So right here, that goes in that hole. Okay. Now, you can put it in either side, so whatever side that we put that screw in, that becomes our grounding bar. Okay. Only the ground wires go in that. So let's put it in this side.
Screw it all the way in?
Yep, all the way in, and you got to really push on it to make it thread in. Yep, now push on it and it'll get nice and snug. Yep, push on it as you're turning it in and start threading in. There you go. I see it turning in now. Keep going until that screw gets up nice and snug. Keep going. Couple more turns. All right, looks good, looks good. So now what we just accomplished is we bonded this bar to the metal of the box. So if this box was to get energized or a hot wire touch it, it would trip the breaker.
Okay.
For your safety and
it would turn it off.
That's correct.
That's what trip the breaker means? Turn it off.
That is correct. The breaker will automatically shut off by itself. Right. So for example, if something happened, that breaker would actually shut off like that and disconnect the power where you or me can't get shocked. Okay. So this is our ground bar, this is our neutral bar, and once you leave your main disconnect, they have to be separated. So we just did that. We'll do the same thing when we get over here, but we're not there yet. Okay. So now what we're going to focus on is getting the wires from our manual transfer switch, which is this guy, over to this panel, with considering another panel is going to be here. So first we're going to move our ground wires over. So, all right, Abby needs a drill. Okay. Yep, you see that. Now you're going to turn, we're knocking out a 1/2 inch hole just like we did earlier.
Right.
That makes it come in when you hear it, making that noise. Yep, 2 knocks. Keep going. Yep, okay.
Okay.
And then when you squeeze this right here, squeeze it and you'll see it. Watch it go up. Okay. It releases it. Okay, all right, good. Okay, I can take this. Okay, so now you're going to put this in.
Or just in that little one?
That's what we just made that hole for. I got the, here's your lock nut. Let your screws look out your way.
compound, is it?
That's it.
Oh, good. I was looking for like a pipe or something.
All right, so what I want you to do with that stuff, this is called oxidizer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you step right over here in your little corner, Abby's corner.
Great.
And what you can do is, you see these screws right here? I want you to pull these screws out halfway. This is what I always do, and I have had really good success with this. Because it's aluminum connector with aluminum screw, is I squirt this stuff on it. You can cut the tip, or I can cut the tip there for you. And you squeeze. Is it really cold? If it's really cold, it might be really stiff.
I don't think so.
And so loosen, so there's two up here, two here, and two right here. You're gonna loosen all 6 of those with the screwdriver there. You got enough room?
Yeah.
And what you do is, careful those screws will fall out. Loose them, then squirt that little stuff, that oxidizer on them, and then screw them in just a little where they can't fall out. And I'm gonna get your wires ready.
Squirt it where?
Just for
On top of it?
Yep. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna do it on both. Right there, then right on the. See how I done it on the screw,
Yeah.
so it gets on the threads.
Like
so
just that much?
Yep.
Okay.
So, and the reason that we're doing that is if we ever have to tighten that lug or loosen it, it will loosen very easy. It's electrical grease, I guess is a way to describe it. It's oxidizing compound specifically for aluminum wire, which
Okay.
is necessary. And, all right. Okay, so slide on back to your corner just for a minute. Go that way just for a minute. And I'm gonna get everything shaped like I want it, where Jay can see what we're doing. I can, yep, you're gonna pull them completely out one at a time. Yep, pull this end out first. Yep, don't let it come up and hit you in the face. Yep, pull up on this end. Yep, pull it completely out now. Yep, now you give me that one and you pull the other one out. And we're gonna stick it right back in a minute as soon as I doctor it up here a little bit. And I'll show you what we're doing. Basically, we're tying the 2 panels together with this. So that wire can go back in the same way you took it out. Let's see. Yep, this end goes in first from your side.
Right.
And now you're going to take what you're going to end up. Let's see. Is this? No, we can do this. All right, so I'm gonna let you hold your wire right there. I'm gonna show you how I do it. This is required to see aluminum wire oxidizes. It corrodes up. It rusts just like metal, but it's called oxidation. And what we're doing is we're putting this inhibitor on it where it doesn't do that, and it makes it last, and therefore you don't have to come back and do all this over again in 5 years and spend all the money again. So, all right, so that's going in that lug right there. Yep. Yep, can you stick it right in there? Yep.
There's not, there's like some that doesn't have the stuff on it. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't you worry. There's enough there.
Okay.
It'll get all over it. Okay, all right. So that's one. Yeah, it's funny how it gets all over it. Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Yep.
All right, let's do that again. These are, it's called a mechanical lug. This one specifically is a insulated mechanical lug where it can't touch anything. And basically what we're going to do is I've got this set up where we're going to bring a wire going to the other panel, which you'll see a little bit later there, and see how that has an Allen screw in it. And so I do these the same way there with this compound stuff here. If not, they won't be usable in a few years. Now I'm gonna let you tighten that puppy up right there. Bottom one yet only. Okay, now reach in there and push in on the screw. And I'm gonna put the wire in. Okay, see how that wire went in the hole?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I got another tool for you. Ready? Same. And so you're going to squeeze the trigger. It's going to open. It's beak or yep. Hold it. There you go. Now come up with it. Yep. Leave the finger. Cut the wire. Yep. Ah! Okay. There. Yeah, they never think this way. You want to guess where this wire's going?
Right there.
All you. Told you to get it. Two. Now we're going to go with the neutral wire, which is this wire. I don't have my white tape. Normally neutral is identified by the color white there. So we're going to go right over to, let me take a peek over here. Where is my, okay. You see this little apparatus right here, Jay? Can you see that clear there? Those screws, we want to loosen those screws there. There's 4 of them at least. Okay. There. Yep. And get, you want your little thing on your stuff here to squirt it, or you want it open?
Probably the squirter. Although the squirter wasn't working that great, but. Are we going to put that one in it?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank goodness I didn't cut it too short.
Yeah, really.
Yep. Yep, and you just kind of bend it and shape it like you want it. Yeah, so just cut that off right there. It'll be good. We'll recut it later. And, all right, get this out of the way where I don't trip on it. So, you see this one, knock all the ones in the back out.
Okay.
From the top.
Back row. Okay. Even this bigger one?
Yeah, just knock the center out though. Yep, go to the next one. Yep. Yep, and come over and get 1, 2, 3 more.
Uh-oh, I did the big one too. Okay. And then, should I take them out?
Yeppy.
Now these would make nice earrings.
Oh, I can already see them. You know, Trudy would really like those. I can already.
Oh, definitely.
You know, your mother.
Yes, Christmas
Brenda.
presents.
Oh my goodness, Jim's gonna love it.
I can make one for Krista too. Do you think she would like them?
I've already made her a lot.
I bet.
All right, Miss Abby, so this is what I need you to start doing where we can start. We got to start here to get to there. So what we're going to do, and you'll see how this turns out here in just a minute. Let me show you how to pull these staples right here. We don't want to cut the wire. Watch what I'm doing. All right, we're basically pulling the staples. And we're gonna transform all this, what this looks like right here.
Alrighty friends, so we are getting to work cleaning up all of the wires, pulling out the staples, and then we will put them back up with a nice little stacket so everything is neat and clean. But I am going to pause for this video, and you guys can tune in next time to see as we get all the wires over to the panel and into the box with everything looking clean and beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found all of this electrical stuff to be extremely interesting, I definitely would suggest you checking out Arthur's channel. It is called New Life Electric, and I will put a card up to it. And he does a lot of other videos on electric stuff, all that fun stuff. So check that out if you are interested. And guys, I will see you next time on A Drill and a Dream. I hope you have a fantastic day.